So, as you can probably tell by the title or anything else, such as the fact that all my videos are here at the gym, I'm here at the gym. And I skipped yesterday because I felt terrible. I wanted to sleep in, and it was raining a lot. It's been raining I've been growing out my hair, little divots in my head from the hat. It's been raining for like 36 hours. It's done now, but you can see it's very wet outside still. So yesterday it rained all day. Literally all day it rained. And I just kind of felt like sleeping in and not really working out, not really going to the gym. So today is going to be shoulders, a little bit of chest, and maybe not so much talking. Probably not. My hair looks weird in the shade. It looks decent. I need to schedule my haircut, actually. We're like, I think 16 days away from Mr. Olympia, just about 2 weeks. It's Wednesday, and this upcoming Saturday will be 2 weeks exactly, which is insane. It's totally insane. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of nervous. Obviously, I'm not showing up in my best possible condition just because I really couldn't do it, and that makes me very disappointed in myself, but doing a hard thing here, and it's just not sustainable. My body couldn't do it. I don't know. And I don't really feel like talking too much today. I kind of just want to get the workout done. I don't feel really good right now. I don't know. This whole thing, just patience. It's patience, patience, patience. There's no speeding up the process. There's no anything. It's just you gotta wait all day, and then you hope you lost weight, and then you gotta wait all day again, hope you lost weight, and it's just waiting for the day to be over. It's tough. It's very tough. So I'm doing this little preamble thing here. That way, when I go into the gym, I can just kind of get going. And then I'll talk a little bit in between my sets and reps there. But for the most part, I don't really have much on my mind. I just want to go home and, I don't know. I wish I had something other than just work to occupy my day. Or like just someone at my house to kind of hang out with me while I don't eat, because my brother doesn't get home until pretty late. So when I'm done with work, I'm like just alone. And so just feeling under the weather, as the weather's getting kind of muggy. So all right, so we are now on to reverse hat, dumbbell, lateral raise. The reverse hat part is important. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a ratatouille situation here. I got nothing. I actually have nothing. I just want to get through today. I want to get through tomorrow. I want to get through Friday. 3 more days, including today. And then the week is over. I can finally just have my weekend. And it will be a busy weekend. I still need to schedule a haircut, which I actually need to do today, because my guy is pretty busy, So I want to make sure I can reserve a time slot before it's too late. And then I might want to do it sooner than later. I was thinking I should do it like the last minute before the Olympia. However, I'm starting to think I should do it maybe this week if possible. Maybe. Mainly because, I want to look good this weekend. I want to look good the next weekend when I go to my buddy's wedding. And then the haircut will still be around, 2.5 weeks after a haircut. I might need the back of my neck shaved, but otherwise I should be pretty decent in terms of I won't grow out too much. And it might grow out just enough to actually, sometimes you gotta wait a couple days for the haircut to really set in and look solid. And if I go out on a couple dates here and there, who knows? I might not. I'm debating it, but my younger brother and I hit up some double dates or something, because life is meant to be lived, having good times and stuff and such together. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Not much is going on otherwise. I'm just trying to survive and thrive. Yeah. Alright, let's do the workout. Allow me to impress upon you a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of psychology that is quite interesting. And I hate to say this, but psychology is easy to learn. If you're in university studying psychology, I apologize, because it's interesting. That's why people pursue it. And if you're pursuing a deeper, more, something like research or something like subject matter expert in psychology, and being maybe a, negotiator in some way, or some deeper application that requires actual scholarly study, then yeah. But I will say, all you really need to do is read about the top 10, 15, maybe 20, top 20 psychology books. After that, everything repeats itself, and you have a really good understanding of human psychology, psychology in general, like just animal behavior, stuff like that. So I consider myself an armchair expert, or rather a, well-versed psychology interested person. So I waited quite a while for this machine, and I feel quite justified in taking my sweet time, because I waited for it. And I'm going to be doing flies, 175 pounds. Then I'm going to be doing reverse flies for the rear delts at 135 pounds. And then I thought to myself, well, where does this justification come from? Why do I actually deserve to take up what might be 15 minutes on this machine, which gym time is like dog years. 15 minutes? If someone says you gotta wait 15 minutes for a machine, might as well just go home. So, it's psychology. It's, when you pay for something, when you wait for something, when you put in something to get something out, you feel justified in taking your fair share, or just your unfair share. And one example of this from a book called Persuasion, which is Robert Cialdini, very common, very popular book with a lot of people in the business world and stuff like that. They kind of inflated a bit, but it's good. And one of his examples is in schools. So there's this one there's this one preschool or whatever, and the parents would pick up their kids late. Obviously this is America. And they got sick of it, because then the teachers have to stay late, and they don't want to stay late because that's their job. They're trying to leave their job. So they thought, well, if we make the parents pay for picking up their kids late, then they'll pick up their kids early because they don't want to pay. Turns out to be the opposite. When the parents have to pay to pick up their kids late, they figure, well, if I'm paying for it, I'm going to let my kids stay late. So then all the kids started staying later, and it effectively became a paid-for daycare in a way. So people feel, when they pay for something, they feel justified in taking advantage of it in a way, or something along those lines. This also goes for bathrooms. If you've ever been to Europe, and let's say you're in Germany, because that's what I'm most familiar with in Europe. You're in Germany, and you go to the Hauptbahnhof, you go to the train station, and you pay €1 or something to go to the bathroom. And sadly enough, the most disgusting bathroom you've ever been in. Why is that? Well, I just paid for this bathroom. If I want to pee on the floor, that's my right. I paid for it, And that's not the truth, but that's the feeling. And in Japan, because I've also been to Japan,
the bathrooms are free. In the train stations, you go in and you use the bathroom. And it is very, very clean, even despite, wow, terribly loud music and terrible music, despite in Japan that there are no hand towels. There's no paper towels, nothing like that. You have to usually have your own. But I don't see people flicking their hands with water all over the bathroom, making it all dirty. They respect it because they didn't pay for it directly through taxes, yes, but they didn't pay for it directly. And so, you say, wow, this is, kind of a common, like a social common given to me. I'm going to respect it. It's also a cultural thing, right? Other cultures might have public bathrooms that get taken advantage of. So there's a cultural aspect to it as well. But you might notice that if there's a public good that you don't pay for exactly directly, then you might feel inclined to be nicer to it, take care of it, and treat it with more respect than if you paid for a public good. When you go in, you might, you want to get your money's worth, so to speak. So you make it dirty, or you toss trash on the ground, whatever it is. And thus, here I am, taking my sweet time on this machine because I waited for it. I paid with my time. And boy, do you know, I value my time at $10 bajillion an hour. And that's because I want to. Yeah. Well, that was way too long of a thing, talk, whatever. It is interesting stuff, though. But I really want to get this workout done. So, I love you. Have a great day. And I hope that I didn't talk too long and that the rest of my workouts can be overlaid on top of this. And then it'll be a nice, solid 8, 10, 12-ish minute video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.